Hello and very warm welcome to the channel. In today's video we are going to learn how to create a tappable UI label. In the end of this video we are going to generate the output as you are looking at your screen right now. Here we have a label. I accept the general conditions and the term of cancellation policies, with the general condition and the cancellation policies are highlighted in red color. So whenever user tap on that, we will either show him an alert or will navigate to a different screen. That's what we are going to do in this video, because these are the general requirements when we face these kinds of label in our apps. So without wasting some time, let's start the tutorial. For this tutorial, I created a single view application template project and I named it Tappable Links UILabel, because we are setting our text to a UI label and then we make it like a way that the part of a text behaves as a link, because we are going to perform some action when user touch that particular portion of the text. For example, in our case, it's the general conditions or the cancellation policies. So for this, I already set up few things for our project, or things to be used in this tutorial. For example, the fonts, I already created the structs, and the colors that we are going to use. For the red color, we will use the color that is listed as a carmine color, and for the faded or gray color, we will use the gray color. The second, in order to display the text, we need to use the attributed string, because with the attributed string we can give different fonts and colors to a text. So I already created a function that return me an attributed string when I pass a particular array of text with the colors and the fonts. Okay, the last thing what we will use is an extension for the UITapGesture, since we are going to use UITapGesture to detect the tap on our label. So we have an extension of UITapGesture, that in that extension we created tap attributed text in label function. This I get from some internet, some of the technical guys or some of the IS developer has written this code on their blog, so I get this. So I put that in an extension file. So we need this file in order to detect the tap on a particular frame or a particular text of a UI label. So let's start. For this, first create our UI for this tutorial and open main.storyboard and drag a UI label on it. So we will place the label into the center and give it a constraint of 20 pixels to the leading and also 20 to the trailing. Okay, and now we will set the lines of this label to be 0 so that it can be multi-lined. And here it is now. Open viewController.swift. Let me make this a little bigger, and here in your view.load create an IB outlet for the label. We will name it LBL terms and conditions of type UI label. Okay, now open main.storyboard and connect this IB outlet. So double tap on this view controller and connect this IB outlet that we created for the label and named it LBL terms and conditions. So now we are done with the UI portion. Now focus on the coding part. So open viewController.swift. Let me make this bigger to you. I'm sorry. And now here, since I set all the text in the text array, that is I accept the general conditions and the cancellation policies. So because I need the general conditions and the cancellation policies to be of different font and color, so I set here different font and color as per my array text. And now I will set the attributed text to the label dot attributed text is equals to get attributed string, and here I will pass my text array and colors array and then the fonts array. So now if at this point of time if I run the app, then we will see our labels displaying I accept the general conditions and the cancellation policies in different colors. And so here the app builds, and sooner it will be launched on the iPhone 10 simulator. And here you can see I accept the general conditions and the cancellation policies is printed on the label and with different colors. Now our main concern is that when user click on this, the general conditions or the cancellation policies, either we will show him an alert or we'll navigate to the different screen, whatever the actions we want for that particular task. In this tutorial we will just simply shows the alert for the different things, and let's start and let's see how it goes. So now in viewControl.swift we will add a tap gesture. So let tap gesture is equals to UITapGestureRecognizer, and here we will add the target and the action. So target will be self and action will be our method name, so hash selector, and here we will say tapped on label, and here it goes this way. Now here we will declare that objc function, and here we will create a function that we declared for our tap gesture, and here tapped on label, and here we say gesture, and it is UITapGestureRecognizer. So mark it, and here is tapped on label. So now here we will assign self.lbl terms and conditions dot add gesture recognizer is our tap gesture, and here we'll say tap gesture dot number of taps required is equals to 1. Also we need the user interaction for the label to be true. Is user interaction enabled is equals to true. So here we have assigned the tap gesture to a term and condition label. Now inside of this, the main thing is inside this function, that is tapped on label. Here what will we do? First we will detect the text. So let text is equals to self dot lbl terms and condition dot text. So here it says, so say God let text, else we will return from here. Okay, so here it is. Now we have a text that is associated with our label. Now first we will get the range of the desired things. So let conditions range is equals to text dot range and here range of character or range of string, and here we have range of string, and here we will pass our string. So let's copy. So here we will copy this string, the general conditions, and here we pass the general conditions. Okay, and similarly we will create a range for the privacy policies too. sorry, the cancellation policies, not the privacy policies. So here copy paste it and cancellation range, and we will copy the text of the cancellation policies here. So the cancellation policies, so here we have the range of our desired text. Now with the help of the extensions, the method we create in the extension of the UITapGestureRecognizer, we will detect whether user tapped on this particular range or not. So say if gesture dot did tap attributed label, so here we will pass our label self dot LBL terms and condition, and range, for example, we pass a condition range. So here we will, for the time being, we will print that user tapped on condition text, and here we will say else if gesture dot similarly gesture dot did tap attributed label, so here we will say LBL terms and condition, and now the range changed to the cancellation range. So here it says that it's required the NSRange, not to a range. So here let's change this, and we will make it like this: text as NS string dot range, and it will return us the NSRange. So here it will return us the NSRange. So here you can, if you can check it now, it is of type NSRange, and here it is. So here we will similarly we will print that user tap on cancellation. Now let's run the app and see whether it works or not. So here, if user tap on I accept, nothing's happened, and general condition, and you can see here the console, it prints user tapped on the condition text. And similarly, if you tap and, then nothing's happened, and if tap on the cancellation policies, you can see user tapped on cancellation policies. So by this thing we can determine that which part of the text is tapped by the user, and we can perform the certain action on that. So instead of what we generally follow the approach, that is the new Y approach, you can say that we will place a button on that particular text and then we add action to that text, or we will add different controls for this type of string. So instead of this, we can use UILabel, and we can detect the range of the text, and based upon the text we can detect whether user tap on our desired text or not. So here you can perform any action what you want. So for example, we can say let alert controller is equals to alert UI alert controller, and here we will say title tapped on, and the message is similarly we will say user tapped on this dot alert. So here we will add the action. So let alert action is equals to UI alert action, and here we will pass title, we will say okay, and dot default, and here we will say the response when the user tap on the OK button, and here we will say alert controller dot add action, and it will be alert action, and self dot present alert controller, animated true, and we didn't need this, so here it is. Now let's run the app and see whether we get that controller we get the alert or not. So here, if I tap on the general conditions and tap down, user tap down condition text, so okay, and here we didn't, so let's place these two, and here so here we go user tap down cancellation text, and now run the app. So here, when user tap on the cancellation policies, you can see that user tapped on cancellation text, and when the general condition is tapped, it says user tapped on condition text, and if user tap on I except or and, since they are out of range, we are detecting, and so nothing is shown here. So this is a tutorial that shows how to perform a particular action on a text inside a label, or how you can show the general conditions and the privacy policies text with the attribute string on a label and create the links, that is the detectable links inside the UILabel. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up, and do post your comment and suggestions if you have any. And lastly, thanks for watching. Bye for now.